Hey, my friends, Derek here from Bomb Socks with more Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ, and as always, we do it one bite at a time. So today, I want to focus on section 138, but I want to give you some backstory a little bit, because as we're going through this section, I want you to gain a love for this man right here. This is Joseph F. Smith. Okay, Joseph F. is the son of Hiram Smith and Mary Fielding Smith. So hence you've got the name Joseph Fielding Smith. But check out, so I love his style, his beard. I mean, you look at this guy. I love that. In fact, here's another cool picture. This is one of my favorite pictures of Joseph F. So you do not want to mess with this guy here. The Smith boys were always big dudes. I mean, I think Don Carlos was 6'5", and so they come very tall. And so you got Joseph F. right here. This is him swimming at the beach in California in 1900. You can look at the gun show there. You've got he's got his arms there. So this is a man. He was a tough guy. In fact, one of the coolest stories I know about Joseph F. Smith is when he was younger, about 15 or so. Probably looked a little bit like this right here. So when he's 15 years old, he was basically, I mean, he was an orphan at a very young age because his father was Hiram. So Hiram died at a very young age, and Mary died as well. So Joseph in his early years was an orphan, and he kind of became a ward of the church, basically. They kind of just took care of him, more or less became a foster child. And he was a tough kid, but as a 15-year-old, he's a big kid. And got in trouble. He's kind of a ruffian, if you will, using that terminology. And he actually beat up one of his teachers at school. And they're just like, what do we do with Hiram's kid? And so they decided at age 15 to send him on a mission. And so back in the day, he got sent to Hawaii. Now, when you think of Hawaii, you're not thinking of the resort, the beautiful, the tourist attraction. Hawaii was a very third world type of a look to it. But he served there for 4 years. And one of the cool stories says on his way home from his first mission to Hawaii, he did several, Joseph F. Smith and his companions ran into a group of extremists when they camped one evening. The leader of the group swore he would kill anyone who was a Mormon. Pointing his gun at Joseph F., he demanded, "Are you a Mormon?" Again, back in the day when that's what you were called. Expecting fully for the gun to discharge, nonetheless, he answered, "Yes, sirree, dyed in the wool, true blue, through and through." The answer, given boldly and without hesitation, completely disarmed the belligerent man. And in bewilderment, all he could do was just shake the young man's hand and praise him for his courage. The men then rode off and did not harm them further. So I love that. Just the idea of just standing up for what you believe in. And I love how Joseph F. Smith did that. Again, just a simple, short story, but I want to get you just loving him just a little bit more. And so tomorrow I want to introduce you to his family and show you how Joseph F. Smith was very much an expert about what is in section 138 of the Doctrine and Covenants. So, hey, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks so much for sharing these messages. We appreciate it. Go check out our amazing gospel-themed socks at bombsocks.com, and you guys have a great day. Godspeed. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.